What's up YouTube, this is X79 guys, time to Relinquished Speed Duel deck profile for June 2020. And today guys, we're going to be looking at my updated Relinquished deck. Relinquished was one of my favorite OG ritual monsters from back in the day. Just being so easy to get out onto the field, and the ability to swipe one of your opponent's strong monsters, equip it to give itself that monster's attack power, is completely insane. And I can tell you right now, it does its job very well here in Speed Duels as well. Just being able to deny opponents their monsters can really hurt things. With that being said, the recent Match of the Millennium starter deck for Speed Duels really helped this deck out by giving it some pretty awesome reprints of cards that I didn't have in the deck before, as well as a consistency boost in terms of draw power, as well as a brand new skill card and an updated boss monster for the deck. So this deck is completely and totally ready to wreck your opponent in the Speed Duel format. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into things, starting off with 3 copies of Relinquished. What can I say? Get this card in the field, swipe on your opponent's monster, and it's able to use that monster's attack for your own. And if your opponent attacks Relinquished, the monster takes the hit, and Relinquished is pretty safe. So that's actually pretty awesome in my opinion. Definitely worth running 3 of because you want to be seeing them. One of the newer cards that I'm going to include is going to be 2 copies of the Thousand Eyes Idol. I still got to get myself a second copy. I messed up on my last order. I forgot to order the copy. It's coming though. Thousand Eyes Idol is utilized with Relinquished in order to fusion summon out the boss monster Thousand Eyes Restrict, which is just insane in Speed Duels. It is also level 1 dark, so you could actually utilize this for consistency purposes as well as a tribute for Relinquished in the pinch. So always good to have. And next we are actually running 3 copies of Sphere Karibo. Sphere Karibo is actually an amazing hand trap in this deck. Opponent attacks you, doesn't matter if it's a direct attack or not, you can discard this card from your hand and basically force that monster into defense position. And while this card's in the graveyard, you can actually utilize this card as a ritual tribute to bring out your Relinquished. So it does double duty in this deck, stalling out your opponent and allowing you to get into your win conditions even faster. So always a good thing. So that's why we run 3. And any ritual deck, you've got to be running 2 copies of Senju of the Thousand Hands. Searches out your ritual monsters when it's normal summoned. And of course, 2 copies of Sonic Bird, which can also search out your ritual spells. Alright? The primary reason why I'm running 2 is basically because of the new skill card that we have. Consistency boost, 2 copies of Allure Darkness. The majority of the cards in this deck are dark attributes, so you could be able to turn around and draw deeper into your deck to see more cards. So always a good thing to have. 2 copies of Black Illusion Ritual. 2 copies of Polymerization. Again, because of the skill card, we only need to run 2 copies of each, which is awesome. 2 copies of what I consider still the best trap card in the Speed Duel format, Windstorm of Etiquette. Forces your opponent's monsters into the opposite battle position that are face up, so very cool. And of course, for a little back row hate, 2 copies of Dust Tornado. For the extra deck, since we only have 2 copies of Thousand Eyes Idol, 2 copies of Thousand Eyes Restrict, pretty much it's a Relinquished on steroids, because it freezes your opponent. They can't attack and they can't change their battle position, so it's a very, very awesome card to have. And it has the same swipe your opponent's monster effect, allowing you to equip it, get the attack, and from there you can actually just start swinging over your opponent's monster if they have a powerful monster on the field. So always good to have. So that's it for the main and extra deck. For the skill, 1 copy of Thousand Eyes Spell. Thousand Eyes Spell pretty much is one of the more insane skills that I've seen so far. And I'm so happy they actually made this skill. Basically what you do is that when you activate the skill, discard a card from your hand, and you can use one of the 2 following effects for the rest of the turn. Basically, discard your card. This card acts as a Black Illusion ritual, so you can ritual summon. That's why we only run 2 copies of the ritual spell. Or you can utilize this to fusion summon out Thousand Eyes Idol, so it acts as a polymerization. Alright, you can't attack the turn you use the skill. That's how they balance it, but you know what? I don't mind giving up a battle phase to get out a Relinquished or a Thousand Eyes Restrict to stun my opponent, so it's definitely worth having. Alright guys, that is it for my updated Relinquished deck for the Speed Duel format of June 2020. Guys, I really hope you enjoy this. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Check out the description box below. Find the links for my affiliates. Check them out. TCGplayer.com and SideDeckVersus.com. Both are great resources to any Yu-Gi-Oh player. Follow me on social media, Twitter and Reddit. And guys, if you want to help continue building my community, the link to my Discord server is also in the description box below. Join the conversation. We'd love to have you. Alright guys, as always, until next time, peace!